Did y'all know that black people actually did receive reparations, but they were taken away by a Democratic president? Oh yeah, after the Civil War was won over slavery, Abraham Lincoln approved for 400,000 acres of land to be given to former enslaved black people in the South. Only shortly after for him to be assassinated by a Democrat, by the way, and for this allotment of land given to black people to be reversed by a Democratic president, Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson, by the way, who was his vice president. Now, if you're not aware of history, you might ask, why would Andrew Johnson do that? Because Andrew Johnson was a Democrat, and the Democratic coalition from its inception and start depended on slavery and keeping black Americans dependent in order for its economy to thrive and for it to stay in power. So its goal was never to see black Americans self-sufficient and able to survive without them. Which should lead you to beg the question, does this have something to do with the fact that black Americans have been aligned to the Democratic Party since 1964, and yet the conditions in our community has not gotten better, it has only gotten worse. We've only become more dependent on government assistance and welfare, which, by the way, was started by a Democratic president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and our nuclear family and two-parent homes have only become more and more desolate, rising from 20% in the 1940s till today, over 80%. We've been aligned with the Democratic Party ever since 1964. So why hasn't conditions gotten better for us? Could this answer be somehow tied to history? That the Democratic Party never wanted us to be self-sufficient. They never wanted us to thrive. It's not in their interest. Why would it be? If their very power and leverage has always come from keeping black people dependent on them to survive. I talk about this in so much more detail in my book, How the Democrats Won the Blacks. And when you know true history, when you know the true origins of both political parties, the answer to the question I just asked becomes clear. This is information that Americans are hungry for, and this is exactly why my book has become a bestseller. If you want to learn the true history that you were not taught in school, my book is available now for order on Amazon. You can find the link in my bio or just simply comment the word book and I'll send the link right to your DM. As always, God bless, protect, and keep you.